All right, Gold Line fans, welcome back here as we are just about set for the second half. Tim Stubbs and Carl Wimper. Alabama State will be kicking off to start the second half. 24-13 our score. Alabama State leading UAPB. They led 21-0. And UAPB got back into it with a couple of scores in the second quarter, Carl, and it was a big second quarter for UAPB to get back into it for a ton of reasons.
Yeah, it gave them momentum, especially going into the halftime and getting the football come out to start the third quarter. But UAPB is going to have to somehow try to stop the running back Isaiah Crowell. He picked up 90 yards in the first half on 13 carries.
Johnson and Mitchell are back deep for the Golden Lions. Winzig did get a big 42-yard field goal before halftime to stop a 13-0 run by UAPB. But the Golden Lions got back into it after trailing 21-0 after one, made it 21-13 after a couple of touchdowns and missed an extra point. And a field goal before halftime by Winzig of Alabama State made it 24-13 at the break. Winzig set to kick it away here as we start the second half. Alabama State, UAPB, home opener, conference opener. And the shadows come into play here. Johnson, the 10, close to the 15, taken down right there. So the Golden Lions will take over. Big possession here early on third quarter. As Ben Anderson and company back on the field, but you will start to see the shadows playing effect. And when you throw a ball out of the shadows and into the sunlight, it can play effect just like a hitter in baseball stadiums when you're pitching out of the sunlight into the shadow or vice versa. It can play tricks with your eyes a little bit. So let's see if this is a factor at all. Shotgun snap coming up here, showing blitz. Alabama State, they back off. Slip the handoff, right side, breaking a tackle, 25, 30, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And outstanding carry there by Jamie Smith, but a flag on the play, and it's going to be holding, and that's going to negate a nice gain of about 13 there. Instead, UAPB is going to get backed up deep in their own territory, and that's been one of the bugaboos today, have been the penalties.
Yeah, you don't want to start the second half off with penalties. In the first half, UAPB was penalized 6 times for 40 yards, and so was Alabama State. They had 6 for 81 yards, and they had 2 penalties for 15 yards apiece. 30 yards and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the head coach.
So 1st and 15. Anderson going to throw it as a man open at the 15. Could be a face mask there, and it will be Dexter Bryant. And I don't see a flag.
The flag didn't come out.
Oh, my. He can't believe it. It was right in front of the official there. He about got his helmet ripped off. Where's the penalty? My gracious, what do you have to do to get a penalty flag as he about got his helmet taken off?
Sure look like one from this angle.
Let's see, unless they had it on the ear flap or maybe the ear hole, but definitely his head got jerked back there. Gonna throw it here. Caught at the 23, fighting for yardage close to the 25, close to the first down marker.
It's his forward progress.
Brandon Kinsey on the catch.
It's going to put him right at the first down. Well, UAPB is coming out with a lot of life here in the third quarter, and a good sign is making the first down on your first possession.
Yeah, they found something there in that middle part of the second quarter. Handoff, little cut back, gain of 4, maybe 5, close to the 30-yard line.
Jamie Smith. I tell you what, Tim, I really like these UAPB backs. When you look at Draylon Willis, Jamie Smith, and Jeremiah Young, you talk about a trio of pretty good young running backs.
Gonna throw it here on second down. Got a man complete at the 37-yard line. And C.J. Branch, quarterback turned tight end out of Watson Chapel.
And I tell you what, he was recruited. C.J. was recruited as a quarterback 3 years ago and moved into tight end a couple seasons ago, and he's made that transition very, very smooth.
Handoff, nice cut back, straight ahead, strong running close to midfield, and the first down for the Golden Lions. That is Jeremiah Young. Made a great cut back, a yard deep behind the line of scrimmage, and then lowered his shoulder and ripped off about 11 yards and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kenny Eagle, that big guard, right guard, made it possible. He opened up a huge hole for Young to go through.
It's going to be Young again, dragging a Hornet over the 45 to the Hornet 44-yard line. Strong running for the freshman from Dalloway.
Yeah, and credit that to the right tackle, Michael Carter. And I tell you what, that offensive line is coming off the football. Obviously, you look at the way the Golden Lions is coming out here now, Tim, they made quite a few adjustments there at halftime.
Handoff again, Young tripped up, taken down at the 44. Third down and 3 for UAPB here. 12 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Third quarter, 24-13. 11-point lead here for Alabama State. Quarterback keeper stacked up hard at the 44. A very, very short to no gain on the play. Fourth down coming up. Decision time for Monty Coleman.
That was a Zion play call there. I think the Golden Lions are going to go for it, Tim.
That's now UAPB out of the shadows and operating in pretty much full sunlight here. The Golden Lions trying to set the tone early. Could backfire if you don't get it. A little bit of a gamble here at the Hornet 44-yard line.
They don't want to burn time out, but they're trying to get the right offensive personnel in the ball game. And
play clock winding down to 5 here, and they're going to have to waste a timeout.
My goodness. Seemed like they couldn't get the right personnel in the ball game. But this is the time you normally look for Dez Beverly. He's that possession type receiver.
They'll spread them out here.
He's drawing one-on-one coverage at the bottom of your radio dial.
No backs. Gonna throw it. Quick strike. They got the first at the 40, 35, and out of bounds. Brandon Kinsey on the short pass completion. He did the rest. And the Golden Lions are in business. Spread them out, throw short, and free up some open space there out in the flat. Nice call, nice execution. That's 2 for 2 on fourth downs for UAPB.
Yeah, good call by offensive coordinator Eric Dewey.
Out of bounds at the 34. Handoff right side. They get a little bit of a push to the 31-yard line. Jamie Smith. Or is that Young again? Young's getting the bulk of the carries here on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, you look at those guys, they're both about the same size. Jeremiah Young is 6'1", 215 pounds, and Jamie Smith is right at 6 feet and 220 pounds. Two big, powerful backs that I believe Tim's going to have a great future for the Golden Lions.
But Young is out now, Carl, and Jamie Smith is in the ball game. Second down and 8 from the Hornet 31-yard line. Smith just to the left of Ben Anderson out of the shotgun here. They'll run the draw. Running room over the 30, driving hard up to the 26-yard line. No quit. And these young running backs, they run very, very hard. Positive yardage. Going to bring up third down and about 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie Smith, you know, like I said, the last couple seasons as a high school junior and senior, he led Camden Fairview down in southwest Arkansas. He led them in rushing, and he gained well over 1,200 yards last season as a senior and led Camden Fairview to the Class 5A state championship. Again, I can't say it enough. I really like these two backs.
Movement off the right side. They're going to let the play go. Maybe a free play here. Little shuffle pass. And is it caught? It is. An outstanding catch at the 18-yard line by Cody Swain.
Well, Cody Swain, he's 5'11", 170 pounds, a sophomore. He's out of McKinley High School there in Baton Rouge. And one thing about Cody, he's not one of your fastest receivers on the field, but he knows the playbook very, very well.
First and 10 from the 18. UAPB on the drive. High snap. Quick strike right side of the field at the 18-yard line. Now the 15, and just a gain of about 3 there. And that is Cody Swain again. Back-to-back catches for Cody. He's going to bring up second down and about 7 from the 15. It's 9 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Early here in the third quarter, first possession of the second half. Anderson going to throw it, now run it. At the 15, a little stiff arm and out of bounds at about the 12.
He was looking for, Anderson was looking for Isaiah Ferguson up top because he was drawing one-on-one coverage. But Alabama State came with a blitz there from the linebacker, Leland Baker, 6 feet, 225 pounds. He's a redshirt senior out of Birmingham, Alabama. And you're talking about a kid that's very, very quick. He was a good high school player there in Birmingham.
Third down and about 4 coming up here for UAPB from the 13. Big play here. Maybe 4 down territory, although they are getting in field goal range, pretty much in field goal range. Shotgun snap, Anderson. They dump it off short again and taken down just shy of the 10. And young man is hurt.
That's Jamie Smith.
Yeah, Smith, boy, that's not good. You don't want to see that as big as he's been when he is in some serious pain down there on the field. It's shy of the first. It's going to bring up fourth and about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, a long 1.5 yards. And
with 8:26 to go in the third, let's hope he's okay. Right now, he's one of your most valuable members of the team, even though he's a true freshman. 4th down and 2, big play here. Shotgun for Anderson, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Gonna throw it. Going for it in the end zone. It is caught. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Golden Lions. It's C.J. Branch, the tight end. Found a little soft spot in that zone defense, and Ben Anderson made him pay. Touchdown, UAPB.
Well, credit the offensive line. The offensive line gave Ben plenty of time to survey the field, and he found Branch wide open in the back of the end zone. And I tell you what, C.J. Branch, he's a heck of a kid. I'm going to talk a little bit more after this kick.
Extra point coming up here. It's 24-19 now. Snap, hold, and kick is good. So we'll step aside with 8:16 remaining. The Golden Lions, once we're down 21-0 with 8:16 to play now in the third quarter. It's 24-20 now, a 4-point ball game. UAPB is right back in it and making some noise. We'll have the kickoff coming up in just a moment.
Now I think all the momentum now, Tim, at this point, is really shifted to the Golden Lions. They're firing off the football offensively, and that was a good-looking drive coming out of halftime.
That was huge. Monty Coleman said, "We don't want the 3, we want 7," as they are riding this wave of momentum. Now the defense going to have to do their job. The defense has only yielded 3 points since that first quarter. They've really locked it down, and they were caught in some bad situations because some early turnovers in that first quarter. So once again, last year, one of the staples of Monty Coleman's teams, besides being road warriors, were being resilient, and they are being that here today, no question about it. Kickoff deep, taking 2 yards into the end zone at the 10-15. Missed tackle, big hit, ball's loose. The Golden Lions have it at the 26-yard line. A huge hit. Ball was jarred loose, and UAPB has got it. Andre Mitchell comes up with the recovery. Who is that with that bone-jarring hit?
Guess who? Cal Walker.
My heavens, boy, did he ring his bell.
Yeah, Cal is a player out of Blytheville High School in Blytheville, Arkansas, way up in the northeast corner of the state. As a matter of fact, it's about 25 miles from the Missouri state line, but Cal has been a clutch special team performer over the last 2 years.
Miles Everett on the return, and that's what you call a good old classic slobber knocker right there. He was belted big time by Walker. Everett coughs it up. Mitchell recovers it, and the Golden Lions are in business. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the Hornet 26-yard line with 8:09 to go, and this game has turned drastically. The Golden Lions got to keep riding the momentum here, looking for their first lead. Handoff, left side, strong running, just barrels his way to the 21-yard line. Jeremiah Young, the freshman, looking like a senior out there as he just ran over a would-be tackler and picks up about 5, maybe 6 more yards.
Well, I'll tell you what, the big kid kicked to Brown, the right guard. They just really laid out a pancake block on DeAndre Rashada. and just flatten them out.
Handoff again, good cutback, running room at the 15, the 10, Young at the 5, Young still on his feet, and out of bounds inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line, first down and goal. Jeremiah Young coming alive here for UAPB, and the Golden Lions offense has got a new life of their own.
Well, you credit that to that left tackle there, Mikael Carter. That offensive line team again is really firing off the football. And you go back to these backs, Jeremiah Young, Earl Wilson, Braylon Willis, and Jamie Smith. Those are some good young backs.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. Everybody stacked up in the box, just one receiver to the right. Handoff again, straight ahead, driving for it down to the 1-yard line. It's almost like the old Oklahoma drill. It was just Young and one defender. They locked heads like a couple of battering rams, and Young stopped just outside of the 1-yard line.
Well, that time Young went behind the blocking of Kenny Eagle, and Kenny Eagle he's massive too. 6'4", 305 pounds.
Handoff again. Young right side into the end zone. Yes, sir. Touchdown, UAPB. The Golden Lions, their first lead of the season.
That was Trayvon Reagan, the kid who's out of Phoenix, Arizona, that opened up the hole for Young, and Young actually just walked into the end zone standing up.
6:36 to play here in the third quarter. The Golden Lions now making Alabama State pay for their sins as they cough up the kickoff, and UAPB now leading 26-24 with the extra point coming up here. He hooked it a bit and missed it. My heavens, the second missed PAT, and besides that, the Golden Lions have been pretty flawless since that opening quarter.
And that's unusual for Tyler Strickland.
We'll step aside. 6:36 remaining, third quarter. The Golden Lions now leading after trailing by 21 early. It's UAPB 26, Alabama State 24. Kickoff coming up right after this timeout. Carl.
He really is.
Got down big the first 2 games, and he got down big in this one.
Yeah.
Down 21-0, but give them some credit. A resilient effort here at home, and feeling a little bit embarrassed about some of these scores and what happened here, down 21-0 right before you could open your popcorn up, and all of a sudden, boom, they're right back in it. Now they have their first lead. It took them a while to get it, but they are right in this one for sure.
Bet you the Hornets are going to be looking for number 40 with the Golden Lions. They're going to look for Kyle Walker.
Boy, Walker put a hit on Everett a moment ago. He got rocked, and he coughed up the ball. Mitchell recovered it. A couple of plays later, UAPB scores. Return from the 4, 15, 20, 25, and out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. On the return that time, Jarrett Neely.
A good tackle there by Brandon Hoff. He's another kid out of Camden Fairview. Played on the championship team last season with Jamie Smith there. And receiver coach Craig Ray was talking to him earlier a few weeks ago about Braxton. And Braxton brings a lot to the table. And he's the kind of kid that's ready to play. He's a physical receiver. He has good hands, and he too has a bright future for the Golden Lions.
It's been a while. This is the first real possession here of a long time. Handoff straight ahead. Duhart with the handoff to Crowell.
Crowell ran right into Jerian Harris, and Jerian Harris is the kind of kid that took the whole SWAC by surprise as a freshman 3 years ago when he came out of Arlington High School there in Arlington, Tennessee, which is just outside the Memphis area.
Crowell handoff. First down, and then tripped up just over the 40-yard line. Tonio Jenkins.
You see that speed Jenkins had?
Yeah, Jenkins able to get a hand on Crowell. Crowell was just about to turn the edge there. And
well, what I like about that, Jenkins came from all the way from the right side and went clear across the field and made the open field tackle.
First down for the Hornets. They're going to throw it here on first down. Pass is caught 45 and yanked out of bounds. That's Lucas on the catch. It's hard to see the back of the jersey as it's tucked up under his pads there, but I believe that's 23 for the Golden Lions. That's Giovanni Harvey on the stop. No huddle attack here for the Hornets. Quick handoff. Nice hit in the backfield.
Wow, I tell you what, that hit there was made.
Number 19, Joel Green, linebacker, 6'2", 225 junior out of Los Angeles, California, East LA Community College. And boy, he came a long way from home to make that tackle.
He really did. And he's a kid that Coach Coleman's high on that kid because he has tremendous speed too for his size, 6'2", 225 pounds.
3rd down and 5 here for the Hornets. They're at their own 48. Gonna throw it. All day, firing over the middle, incomplete. Incomplete. It was intended for Nehemiah Henry, and a little soft spot on the zone there, but that time not able to get it there was Daniel Duhart. He had some time, but
he was on a lot of duress also by Troy Goss too.
Goss came in there in the 11th hour and rushed Duhart, and Wenzig on to punt it away, so that's big.
Yeah, Goss is a 6'3", 285-pound junior. He started every game since his true freshman season.
Mitchell comes up, diving fair catch at the 19. That's dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
That'll give Phil Cole some gray hairs. UAPB's got it back. You gotta like that after a couple of touchdowns, and then your defense comes out and they get a stop. 26-24 UAPB now. Say for the first time this year, now you can work on extending your lead. And they have a 2-point lead. You may see them go for 2 maybe on some of these touchdowns, and it depends on what the score is going to be, but 4:58 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions at their own 19. Handoff right side. Young is going to lose a yard as he's stacked up trying to get to the edge. And not able to get there. Chris Terry and Leland Baker on the stop for Alabama State. Loss of about a half yard.
Jamie Smith is being looked at on the sideline. Looks like he has his jersey off, Tim. And
well, he was in some kind of pain down there, and it didn't look good. And you hate to lose him, but I tell you, it's put a spark in Jeremiah Young's game as he's ran the ball extremely hard since then. Rolling to his left. Going to throw it at the last second, and an outstanding catch by Ladarius Eckwood at the 31-yard line, and enough for a Golden Lion first down.
Well, Jeremiah Young there looks like he kind of missed the block, but he got a piece of the defender, and that allowed Ben Anderson time to get the football off to Eckwood.
4:09 here in the 3rd. 26-24, UAPB leading by 2 points. Fake the handoff. Rolling to his right, throwing it at the last second out of bounds into the sideline of Alabama State. Yeah, that's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you have to look at that. That's a good heads-up play by Ben Anderson because there was no one open downfield, and the wise thing to do is throw the ball out of bounds and live for another day.
If it's not there, don't force it. Showing his leadership there. Stops the clock at 3:57 here in the 3rd. They'll spread it out here. No backs, but the lone back is actually in a slot to the left. It's Jeremiah Young, 3 wide to the right. High snap. Gonna throw it, going up top. Got a man diving for it, complete at the 30-yard line. You won't see a better catch. Isaiah Ferguson. Wow, what a play by Ferguson. He lays out, makes a diving catch at the Hornet 30-yard line. The Golden Lions are back in business again.
Jeremiah, Isaiah's a big target. He's 6'6", but he runs a 4.5 and a 40-yard dash. Now, as a senior in high school there in New York, he caught 108 yards of passes and had 13 touchdown catches.
Handoff, Young reverses field there as he went right, now back left, and they're going to mark him down at the 31, so a gain of 1.
Back to Isaiah Ferguson, Tim. His biggest inspiration is his 85-year-old grandfather there in New York, and that's because his grandfather was an outstanding high school athlete 68 years ago in Rochester, New York, which is about 10 miles from Isaiah's hometown of Mount Vernon, New York.
Second down and 9 from the Hornet 31. UAPB with a lot of momentum right now. Man in motion. Pump fake. Now going to go up top, looking for it in the end zone. Diving catch, yes sir, touchdown UAPB. Dexter Bryant this time hauls it in. You won't see a pair of better catches than you saw in the last 3 plays. First it was Isaiah Ferguson, and then dialing it up deep in the end zone, a 31-yard touchdown strike. Ben Anderson to Dexter Bryant and the Golden Lions. You're talking about making some plays. That was a couple of top teners right there. That was amazing, those last 2 catches.
Well, Dexter Bryant is a kid that he's out of Baton Rouge. He transferred in from Arkansas Baptist College a year ago in Little Rock, but he has good speed there, and he's best known, like I said, for that catch that he made in the SWAC championship game.
Well, they're going to go for 2 as it's 32-24, and now the Golden Lions going to try to extend this to a 10-point lead. 2:54 to go in the 3rd. Shotgun snap for Anderson. Going to throw it. It's caught for a moment, then bobbled, incomplete. He had it, and then on his way to the ground, Des Beverly wasn't able to hang on to it, but we will push the pause button here and head to a timeout as we now see UAPB leading 32-24 with 2:54 remaining in the 3rd on some outstanding throws and catches. We'll talk about it when we come back for the kickoff. 32-24, UAPB by 8, 2:54 to go in the 3rd.
But you have to go back to the offensive line. The offensive line is giving Ben Anderson a lot of time to survey the field and get the football down the field. And you talk about the catches; those some fine throws by Ben.
Yeah, no question.
Who's an all-SWAC performer.
Great kickoff here out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Alabama State will. They'll take over at the 25-yard line when we resume play here, and filming today through the glass here in the press box. So if you kind of see some images going across, that's a reflection off of the glass.
Tim, you're multi-talented. You handle the play-by-play, and you also do a great job filming. And a lot of our fans comment on it because they're able to see this game on UAPB TV on the replay. And I know Coach Coleman and the football staff, they enjoy looking at it.
Well, I appreciate that. 1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Going to be a quarterback keeper straight ahead. And actually it's Crowell, and he's fighting for extra yardage and then goes backwards. He did pick up 4 there, but he was in that Wildcat type formation.
I'll tell you what, since about midway of the 2nd quarter, Alabama State's offense has pretty much been shut down.
2:30 and counting, 3rd quarter. Again, it's going to be Crowell trying to get to the edge here. 35 and out of bounds at about the 37, and a 1st down for Alabama State. Crowell still being very effective, whether it's tailback or quarterback.
He really is, and Duhart's coming back in the ball game now.
And Cyrus, the backup running back, he's in there. First down here for Alabama State at their own 37. Pitch it wide left. Cyrus is not going to get to the edge because Antonio Jenkins makes another play. Outstanding job, the linebacker out of Watson Chapel, and no gain on the play. Boy, he flies to the football. Don't he? Reminds me a little bit of Xavier Lofton from a year ago.
Yeah, Tony just couldn't get into playing time in last year because of Bill Ross and Xavier Lofton, and along with Jerron Harris. But he's worked his way into that rotation. He's taking advantage of it also.
Play action, bootleg, roll out to the right. Man open at the 40 and down at the 41. Big hit, kind of got bent backwards there as the Golden Lions are over there.
Oh, he's still on the ground.
Laying the wood.
He's getting up slowly too.
Gain of about 4 on the play, but he's going to maybe be down for a minute. They're going to have to tend the fullback, or tight end.
I missed that number, Tim.
Robinson was the last name. But he's going to be down for a minute with
that tight end.
1:28 remaining here in the third. UAPB leading, if you're just joining us, 32-24. The goal lines were down 21-0 after the first quarter. Since then, UAPB has dominated the football game and leading, and really should have 35 points. They've missed 2 PATs and then missed a 2-point conversion. And offsides, I believe, on UAPB off that right end there. And Duhart was wanting to let it go so he could have a free play.
That was Joel Green.
If it's unabated at the quarterback, they'll usually blow it dead, though. Meaning no one was going to block him. He had a free shot at the quarterback. 1:22 left in the third. Lights are on here at the stadium as the shadows are covering about 90% of the field now.
Third down and about.
Oh, it was third and about 6, I thought. Monty Coleman doesn't like it.
No, he's saying
It should be third and about one. It was third and about 6, but
unless it's an automatic first down.
Don't think so.
Wow.
It's a generous 5 yards there. Going to keep it straight ahead. Crowell breaks the tackle into the secondary into UAPB territory at the 43-yard line. And that's a gain of 10 and a first down. And they've been very effective out of that Wildcat there with Crowell. 1 minute left here in the third. No huddle. They're going to run it again. And now got an official timeout on the field as some equipment came off. Stops the clock at 55 seconds momentarily.
It gives Monty Coleman an opportunity to make a defensive adjustment during that timeout. You know, coaches trying to take advantage of every delay in the game.
Now the clock is running. A couple of snaps left here in the third. Crowell again fakes the handoff. He'll run it right side behind his lead blocker. Gets up to about the 37-yard line. Running behind big number 60, Damian Love, a 6'4", 295 sophomore out of Millbrook, Alabama, and he cleared the way there. It's going to be second down and about 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, Ryan Harris came from that outside linebacker spot and made a good tackle there.
Could be the last play of the quarter. Let's see if they get it off here down to 2 seconds. And they do. This will be the last play. Fake the handoff, kind of a busted play, but he has something here. Flag is down, should be a hold.
Yeah,
and out of bounds. It would have been enough for a first down at the 32-yard line, but this should be a holding penalty. And
it's going to go against the tight end, Wendell Archie. 6'3", 280 pounds. He's a true freshman out of Saraland, Alabama. You know, and the thing about it is that the tight end, Archie, he's the kid who replaced Robinson. So you got a true freshman end replacing a senior tight end.
Well, that is going to end the third quarter, a big third quarter for UAPB. The Golden Lions add on 2 more touchdowns. And let's see, is that going to end the, can't end the quarter on a penalty, right?
No, you can't.
So I think they're going to run one more play in the third. I believe that's what they just told the Golden Lion players. So before we go to a break, let's keep it here. We'll have one final play here in the third.
But one thing that Alabama State is able to do, they're able to keep this UAPB hot offense on the field with this drive here.
So Duhart back in there. Second down and 12. They run a little screen trying to get to the edge. Lucas at the 45, 40. And Lucas is going to be taken down at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up third down and short when we start the fourth quarter after this timeout. After 3, UAPB 32, Alabama State 24, and one more quarter of play coming up here from Golden Lion Stadium. UAPB and Alabama State in a SWAC shootout. Right back with the fourth quarter after this. A Big 3rd down and 3 coming up here whenever we resume play after this
is Alabama State
long timeout.
Yeah, is Alabama State in 4-down territory?
They might be. I think they are right here, maybe a little bit outside of Winzig's field goal range, but you got to stop them here, and they're going to go with Crowell out of that Wildcat formation with Cyrus just to the right of him. They'll fake the handoff here in just a moment, and Crowell is probably going to keep it. Fake handoff, Crowell keeps it straight ahead, diving forward, and has the 1st down at the 32. I mean, it's just predictable. You can just read it like a book.
You would think that Alabama State would keep him in that Wildcat formation because they've been able to move the football when he's on the field.
So 1st down for Alabama State. Gain of 5. Now Duhart back in. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Cyrus, the lone back. Handoff, Cyrus straight ahead in the secondary, dragging a would-be tackler inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 12 and a 1st down for Alabama State.
Yeah, good stop there by Javon Garrison, the true freshman out of Little Rock Parkville.
Quick no huddle. Pass is caught, big hit, ball's loose again. Ball is loose, a pile up for it at the 11. And we'll see who's got it here. That was Demario Bell. That's the 2nd time he's fumbled a football today. He did so on the opening drive, and he gets rocked here, and they battle for it. The Golden Lions are signaling they have it, but we're waiting on the officials to give word as there's a huge pileup at the 11. UAPB feels confident they have it. We're still, strange things going on in the pile, no question. Now Alabama State signaling they have it. And now they're going to say Alabama State football officially. So you had both teams saying we got it, and it doesn't matter what they say, it matters what the zebra shirt and the white hat says.
Yeah, and guess who's on the bottom of the pile? Antonio Jenkins.
Boy, that would have been big. Alabama State nearly coughed up another one there.
Well, I tell you what, UAPB really picked it up. They have 339 through the 3rd quarter, 393 total yards compared to 340 for Alabama State.
Handoff, Cyrus left side, stacked up at the 10. He may got about a yard, and that's it. It's going to bring it 3rd down and 3rd and about a yard. Let's see where they're going to mark the football at the 11. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 here.
Yeah, with those long touchdown drives by UAPB there in the 3rd quarter, the Golden Lions held the football 28 minutes and 26 seconds versus 16 minutes and 34 seconds for Alabama State.
Handoff, stretching it wide right, got room. The cut back at the 8 down to the 6-yard line. 1st down and goal for Alabama State. Isaiah Crowell with 13-14 to play here in the 4th quarter. Alabama State most certainly would go for 2 if they score a touchdown here, as they're down by 8 to the Golden Lions, and boy, those missed extra point opportunities
really looming big.
Yeah, they are looming large right now for UAPB, no question. 1st and goal from the 6. Handoff, Crowell straight ahead into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama State. Crowell's 2nd score of the day. And the plot thickens, as it's just going to be one of those type of games, back and forth.
Yeah, Damian Love, the left tackle there for Alabama State, at 6'4", 295 pounds, from Millbrook, Alabama, opened up the hole to get for Crowell to get into the end zone.
They're getting set to go for 2 here. 32-30 now, UAPB by 2. Alabama State going for the tie here. Then they snap it to Crowell. He tries to get to the corner. He's not going to get there. Outstanding job.
Antonio Jenkins.
Jenkins and Giovanni Harvey, and I believe TQ Mims over there. So the Golden Lions are able to hold on the 2-point conversion. We will step aside and take a timeout here with 12:54 remaining here in the fourth quarter. UAPB leading Alabama State 32-30. Kickoff coming up in just a moment.
And Powell.
Big numbers second half for Ben Anderson, now 21 of 33 for 255 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. You mentioned Jeremiah Young, 14 carries, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamie Smith, 13 carries for 38 yards, but he's out with an injury right now.
And when you look at the 1 interception by Ben Anderson, it was really a ball that bounced off her.
That's true. Yep, and 1 play later, a touchdown by Alabama State. So both teams have made their share of mistakes, and both teams have made each other pay, but the Golden Lions are up by a deuce here, 32-30, as Winteg is set to kick it away.
It'll be idea if Andre Mitchell could really get off one here and return it back for a TD. That'll be sweet to him. He has the speed.
It's going to be taken by Mitchell from the 6. 20, cut up at the 25, still on his feet at about the 27. Mark him now. The ball came loose at the tail end of the play here. Oh my!
I believe the whistle had blown.
Boy, if you're going to utilize that instant replay booth that's put us here in the clock room today, then they need to use it here, right?
Yeah, it might need to use
They're still talking about it. UAPB has got it, and Alabama State's furious down on the field. The Golden Lions. Boy, we have seen the pigskin on the carpet today, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Both teams.
Andre Mitchell, he's out of Citrus Hill High School there in Riverside, California, which is about 70 miles southeast of Los Angeles.
12:47 to go. Anybody's ball game. The Golden Lions in desperate need of a win. They don't want to start the season 0-3, 0-1 in conference. Alabama State looking for a big road win early in the season. So early in the year, but a lot to play for between these two.
Oh yeah, it sure is. So these are 2 teams that's pretty much picked to win their prospective divisions in the conference.
Ben Anderson will take over for the Golden Lions at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10, leading 32-30 over Alabama State. 12:47 to go here in the fourth. Under center now, lone back. Young will take the carry, tries to get to the edge on the right side and breaks a tackle, and then right over that Simmons first side will hit the deck at about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line, a gain of 3 on the carry.
Young really lines up deep in that I formation. He's about 7 yards deep, and before he's tackled, he lowers the shoulder, and he's gonna make the defender know that he's been there.
Shotgun snap, handoff straight ahead, running room, and a Golden Lion first down. It's Jeremiah Young getting it done again, and he is seeing a lot of carries here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, that was Keaton Brown, the right guard that opened up a hole for Young. That offensive line is really making some key blocks there and opening up some lanes for those UAPB running backs.
1st and 10, ball at the Golden Lion 37. Back-to-back runs by Jeremiah Young. 3-step drop, pump fake. Now Anderson in trouble, and he's just going to lob it out of bounds. Wisely, live to see another day. Don't eat the sack and don't throw into coverage. Throw it away. You're out of the pocket. Wise move.
He's on a lot of duress there by Edward Mosley, 6'3", 260-pound junior, coming off that left defensive end position.
11:56 to play. Under the lights now. Just a very small glimpse of sunshine on the Alabama State band. That's about it. 2nd down and 10 from the 37. Shotgun snap. Anderson steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it. He's got something at the 40, 35 midfield. Foot race. 40. Anderson needs a block all the way up to the 20-yard line and then fumbles it. Fumbles the football at the tail end of the play here. But Anderson gets it back. My heavens. A great run. But the Golden Lions, and was that Dexter Bryant who recovered that football at the tail end of the play there?
That's a good heads-up play by Dexter
mercy.
Bryant, running downfield to provide blocking for Ben Anderson. But like I said, that's a big difference in Ben Anderson today and 2 or 3 seasons ago. You know, after taking his lumps as a starting redshirt quarterback, Ben, you know, he's really developed into a pretty nifty quarterback.
A huge run all the way to the 23-yard line of Alabama State. 1st and 10 for the Golden Lions. Now we have a whistle and a timeout called by UAPB, their 2nd of the half. So they only have 1 timeout left. 11:18 to go, 4th quarter, 1st and 10 for UAPB at the Alabama State 23-yard line, 32-30. Golden Lions up by 2, looking for more here. They'll hand it off, trying to get to the edge, and taken down. Could be a horse collar here. They're not going to call it, as Young was taken down for no gain on the play, but it seemed like he was grabbed, but he went down. But I don't know if they're saying by force because of the collar, but it was close. Gain of about a half yard. 2nd and 9.
You know, you want to tell them if UAPB is in 4-down territory down here. You know,
well, shaky kicking game right now, they may be. Just no confidence right now. Shotgun snap. Anderson sprinting to his right. Throws it, diving catch at the 20. Short gain, however. Brandon Kinsey on the catch. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7. I believe. Let's see. At 3rd and about 6, maybe. They give him progress at about the 19.
Yeah, they did. And Jonathan Johnson has slipped into the ball game, and he's at the top of your radio dial. And you're talking about a kid who has outstanding speed, and he's drawing one-on-one coverage also.
We'll call it 3rd down and 5. Big play here. I formation now. They'll pitch it wide left. They're going to be a halfback pass. Throwing it wide open at the 5. End zone. Touchdown UAPB. A halfback toss. And it is Jeremiah Young to Ben Anderson. Coach Dooley pulling out a little trickery. And the Golden Lions, whatever it takes, get it done. And they do find pay dirt on a trick play.
I tell you what, that's a heads-up play. That's you know, you haven't seen that play in the last couple of 3 seasons, and it's something you don't see on the scouting report because it hasn't been there.
No.
You know, it's a good heads-up play. Now, the all-important extra point kick.
Extra point coming up. It's 40-30 now. Extra point for Strickland. This time's right down the middle. So we'll step aside. And the Golden Lions are executing on some big plays here today. 9:42 to go here, and they're kicking off from the 35, Carl.
Once again, he needs to put this in the end zone. But I'm sure Alabama State, they're looking at number 40 in the black because Kyle Walker brings the load on special teams.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to be taken by Everett. 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out. Everett at the 15. Nice cutback. Still on his feet over the 25-yard line. Down to about the 26. So 26-yard return by Everett there. And that's where Alabama State is going to take over and trailing UAPB by 9.
Good open field tackle there by Kyle Noel. That's a kid that is a twin brother on campus, Tim. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman. He's out of Lee High School there in Mariana. He redshirted last year, and he's a very smart player. And he's going to contribute mostly on special teams this season because he has outstanding speed.
Stop it. Boy, this has been a long football game with all the timeouts, the scoring, and high-scoring game.
Now the officials are going to get together. And
my heavens. Boy, this has been a drawn-out affair.
You don't know what this is about.
9:03 left. Going to reset the game clock.
What did he say? Reset the game clock. Did you stop it? What happened? I didn't hear what he said. Reset it to me. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, the officials
said it's 4:33. What is that? 9.
asking for the game clock to be reset.
Y'all got to get on this thing. Pay attention.
9:33 here. Handoff, big hole, 35, and a big hit over the 40-yard line. That was Cyrus, Malcolm Cyrus, picking up the first down for Alabama State, and that first down carry, and they have it now. This game is far from over. A 9-point lead with 9+ to go. There's an eternity left in this ball game. Fake the handoff, sprinting to his right. Going to throw it, complete, missed tackle, midfield, and out of bounds into UAPB territory. Gain of 12, first down Alabama State. Here come the Hornets. They're going to do a no-huddle attack, and they're going to try to play with a sense of urgency here and force the tempo.
Yeah, Duhar he has a lot of quickness about himself, and he's a real, nifty, shifty type quarterback. And
Duhart takes the snap, fakes the handoff, quick strike on the right side, and out of bounds. Lucas on the catch. Lucas was shy of the 40, up to about the 41-yard line, but a gain of about 6.
You want to keep him in bounds here because you want every second to take off that clock as you can. Like I said, it's a lot of time.
Yeah, still a ton of 9 minutes. Anything can happen. 9-point lead is certainly not safe. Handoff into the secondary, and now they're just gashing the UAPB defense. Malcolm Cyrus rips off another big gain to the 33-yard line, and the Hornets are just moving the chains now. That's 3 straight plays. Another no-huddle handoff. Crowell to the 29-yard line, gain of about 4 yards. 8:42 and counting.
Well, I tell you what, UAPB is not able to make any kind of defensive personnel, and Alabama State is just penetrating this football down the field.
Fake the handoff, or was it? Yeah, they'll toss it to the 20-yard line. That was Bell on the catch, and another first down. Well, that's 4 first downs in the last 5 plays for Alabama State.
They're moving with a sense of urgency.
In drives like this, it makes fans go crazy, especially if you're an Alabama State fan. You see your team just move the ball at will, and you just wonder why they can't do it all the time, but it's just kind of how it goes. Handoff, Crowell slams into a would-be tackler and then jawing out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
He and Antonio, Giovanni Harvey, they're having some words. Just pretty much asking each other how to do it.
Yeah.
It's been a good ball.
That's all.
Yeah.
1st and 10, or now 2nd down and 4. Straight ahead, Crowell, and he gets to about the 13. Jerian Harris and company stack him up there. Going to bring up 3rd down and short. 3rd and about. Let's see what they give him forward progress here.
Got an injured goal line down on the field.
Stops the clock at 7:43.
It's like one of those defensive linemen. UAPB is already short-handed on the defensive front. So I feel like the Eagles are just going to get better by game.
3rd and about 1.5 yards here. Handoff straight ahead. He's not going to get it. Wow. Antonio Jenkins and host of Golden Lions there.
With the kicker that Alabama State has, you definitely. You don't want to go for it.
Well, you need 2. Yeah, you're right. You need 2 scores, and Wenzeg will promptly come on. You got to score 1 there for UAPB's defense. So 4th and about 2 now. So a loss of 1 on the carry makes it 4th and 2. And this is going to be a 30-yard attempt off the right hash.
He's like automatic.
Yep, kick is good for Wenzeg, and we will stop it right there. 6:55 remaining now, makes it a 1-score game again. We'll step aside with 6:55 left here in the 4th quarter. UAPB now leading Alabama State 39-33. The Golden Lions will receive the kickoff when we come back. Wenzeg set to kick it away here after his 2nd field goal. 6:55 left, 4th quarter. Now a 6-point game, 39-33. Wenzig's going to kick it deep. Mitchell catches it 4 yards into the end zone. He'll take a knee right there for the touchback. So the Gold Lions will take over at the 25-yard line, and still a lot of game left here.
It really is.
We'll see if they can chew up some of this clock and get a score
what you don't
on top of that.
You don't want to just depend just on the running game of UAPB. You still want to try to advance the football down the field. That means if it means passing football or running with Jeremiah Young, but you want to keep the offensive flow going.
A huge possession coming up here, to say the least. Shotgun here for Ben Anderson. Bryant motion from right to left. Going to hand off Jeremiah Young, and he is hit hard in the backfield, and Young's going to lose a couple.
He took a big hit there for him.
95 and 96, and have to look at your two deep to get that. Justin Mitchell and Derek Billups colliding there.
Couple 300-pound guys.
Second down, 11, loss of 1. Clock rolls, 6:25 and counting. Going to throw it here, rolling out to his right. Pump fake, still on his feet, in trouble, and now just throws it away. Stops the clock, but boy, you just didn't want to lose about 15 yards there.
No, you didn't want to do that.
So it does stop the clock at 6:17. UAPB leading 39-33, trying to figure out a way to put this game away.
I'll tell you what, the first down would be huge for the Golden Lions. This is the only time you look for, in this particular game, you look for Dexter Bryant, the way he's been catching the football.
Shotgun snap here on 3rd down 11, and now a stoppage in play. Flag down. False start on UAPB. That's going to make it 3rd and 16 now. Maybe spread them out wide here and see if Ben can get loose on a quarterback scramble.
Well, you bring in Isaiah Ferguson. That's a big target there. And
yeah, they got any more circus catches in the playbook?
Well, you know, with Ferguson coming in, you have to look at Ferguson, but then down at the bottom of your radio dial, you got Dexter Brown. He's been catching footballs like he's got glue in his hand.
3rd down and 16 now. 6:15 to go. UAPB leading 39-33. Gonna throw it here on 3rd and long. Cranks it up, going deep, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted at midfield. They were looking for Bryant again, Dexter Bryant, but it's batted away, incomplete. And so now it's on the defense as Strickland's going to punt it away.
I thought Ben had some territory there to use his legs and maybe perhaps pick up the first down because he had a lot of green in front of him.
Back deep is Malcolm Cyrus. Strickland on to punt it away, low snap, and now he's going to have to run with it. Uh-oh, look out at the 20. Strickland, busted play. Tyler Strickland is slung down at the 23-yard line, and now Alabama State is in business. Another special teams faux pas, if you will. My, oh my, the special teams today have just been, boy, they've seen better days, I'll put it like that.
They really have.
It's just been one of those days. Extra points, and now the punt, a low snap, and Strickland felt it was going to get blocked, so he took off running with it. Maybe could have did a rugby style and booted it away, but he tried to make a play and nothing was there. So Alabama State now only down by 6 with 5:56 to go. They have it 1st and 10 at the Golden Lion 25-yard line, and now they are in control here. They'll run the Wildcat with Isaiah Crowell. Fake the handoff, run right. Got running room, 20-15 down to the 12.
Flag down.
Flag on the play, back.
Blocking the back there by number 74, Alabama State. Hickabotham, the right tackle.
Going to call a hold, Carl, and that's going to back him up. That's big because he ripped off about 12, 13 yards there.
Yeah, that was against, like I say.
So first down and 20. Now that backs them up. Instead of having it first down at the 12-yard line, it's first down and 20 back at the 35. Tell me that's not a big penalty. Duhart back in the quarterback. He'll fake the handoff, sprint right, throw it. It's caught at the 25 and then taken down, and Bell was very fortunate to catch that as the Golden Lions were looking to pick it off.
That was Devontae Harvey over there. Now, for a moment I was thinking, oh my goodness, a quick 6.
Yeah, you know, his eyes lit up. That long out pattern sometimes. Don't be late on it. It's going to cost you 6. Second down and 9, straight ahead to the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 6.
I believe Alabama State, not believe, Tim, they're in 4-down territory. So
field goal would only cut it to 3. They need 7 to take the lead.
With about 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the ball game. And this crowd's getting into the game.
4:30 and counting. UAPB leading by 6. 3rd and 6. Alabama State with the ball at the UAPB 21. Big play here. Shotgun for Duhart. 4 wide is loaned back just to the left of him is Isaiah Crowell. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Alabama State. They'll have 1 remaining.
And play clock is running down. Gives both teams an opportunity to make adjustments. Money Coleman on the defensive side and Reggie Barlow and his Alabama State offensive unit.
Big third down and 6 coming up here. 4:16 remaining. Ball at the 21 of UAPB. Duhart gonna throw it. Caught at the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama State. Jamel Johnson catches a little slant, drags a Golden Lion into the end zone, and we are tied at 39 with 4:10 remaining, and now an extra point coming up here for Winzig, and that's going to try to give Alabama State the lead.
That's the first time Alabama State has gone to the receiver, Johnson, and he has good size too. 6'3", 220 pounds. He's a senior.
Extra point coming up, nearly blocked by Jerian Harris, but it is good. And with that, 4:10 to play. Alabama State 40, UAPB 39. The Golden Lions to receive the kickoff. Down by 1 late in the 4th quarter when we return. Well, the kickoff coming up here by Winzig. 4:10 to go, 40-39. 1-point lead for Alabama State. Golden Lions back deep. Jonathan Johnson, Andre Mitchell. 1 timeout left. Plenty of time for the Golden Lions to come back, just down 1 point. And we alluded earlier, those missed extra points loom large. Well, you're down 1 with 4 minutes to go. I would say looms large doesn't say enough. Oh, don't they though? Here's the kick. They will kick it deep. Mitchell from the 4. Mitchell at the 15, the 20, pretty good return, and then taken down to 24. So the Golden Lions will take over at their own 24-yard line, 76 yards away from taking the lead, unless they do get a field goal opportunity. 4 minutes, 3 seconds to work with, 1 timeout left, down by 1. The Golden Lions are going to have to make some plays. They'll spread them out here. On back is Young. Now he'll roll out into the flat. Anderson is in trouble, and they're going to sack him back at the 19. Yep, clock's going to roll, and he's going to lose 5. So that's the last thing you want to see happen. Clock running and losing yardage. Second down and 15. Anderson, shotgun, 2nd 15, steps up, in trouble, sacked again at the 5. Oh my goodness. Well, that's unsportsmanlike conduct there by the Alabama State defensive end. It's not the NFL. I'm surprised he didn't get flagged for that. That was Carlton Jones, and he was doing some gestures, a little dance after the play. And normally in college football, you get flagged for that. He's very lucky. But that sack is going to pin UAPB back to 3rd down and about 25, and that's the last thing you wanted to happen here. Now Anderson's heels are in the end zone. Stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to get sacked again. Anderson maybe horse-collared a little bit there. 3 straight sacks by Alabama State. It's now 4th and forever, and the Golden Lions are going to have to probably punt this ball away. Boy, you just... 2:15 and counting, and they got to save their 1 timeout, but boy, you just feel like you just let one get away. In control, and those extra points and then the bad snap on the punt have just really cost the Golden Lions a W. Here's the punt. Pretty good one here by Strickland. Boy, you'd love to have seen that a moment ago as Cyrus backpedals and then takes a knee at his own 44. If you could have just done that on that last punt opportunity before this, it's maybe a different ball game right now. But the Golden Lions just gift wrapping the end of this ball game for Alabama State and then making it easy on them with the 3 missed extra points early in the game. Meanwhile, 2 field goals made. You can honestly say special teams was the X factor today for both teams. 1:49 left, only 1 timeout. I don't know if they do the math. This game may be over, Carl. You're going to need a fumble, barring a turnover. The Golden Lions are going to need a miracle here. Boy, that's a tough, bitter pill to swallow after you felt like you had this game in control and then you just let them off the hook. Crowell, he'll take the handoff and dives to the 46-yard line. You can see there he wasn't want to do anything fancy, just get it and get down. Don't go out of bounds and make UAPB use their final timeout, and that's exactly what they did. Well, next week, UAPB will host Alcorn State, 6 p.m. right back here at Golden Lions Stadium. Even if you lose this game, it's 0-1, not the end of the world. Still a lot of SWAC play left, the whole season basically, but it don't taste good.
You can take a lot of positives from this game. One thing about the offense is moving the football very well, especially in the 2nd quarter, throughout the 3rd quarter. And you saw something from Ben Anderson in the defensive game that you've been looking for, because he has had a 200-yard game up until tonight. So Golden they have a lot to go back and build on. It's a lot of football. It's a lot of football big plays.
1:43 left, no timeouts, couple of snaps, certainly a 1st down, and it's over. They need a fumble. Handoff, trying to strip it, and they're not going to give it up easily, I can tell you that. They got thing locked down like Fort Knox right there on the 45-yard line, and it's got a death grip on that football at the 45, just about the 46 maybe. So 3rd down at about 9, but
they'll get the football back with about 40 seconds before the ball back.
Maybe have to go for a block punt. So we'll see here. 3rd and 9, 1:06 and counting. No timeouts left. Play clock is at 7. So they'll snap it here with about 57 seconds left. They'll snap it, trying to go wide. He'll stay in play. So to bring up 4th down at the 47. 35, there'll be about 11 seconds left when he punts this football. So you're talking about maybe one final play if you're lucky here. Definitely not what the Golden Lions had in mind after dominating this game for about 2.5 quarters after that first quarter. They were in control of the game, led by 9, but should have been up by more than that. But mistakes on extra points and then a mistake on a punt opportunity late in the ball game that led to the go-ahead touchdown for Alabama State. They take a delay of game, so 5.5 seconds left. Winzig will punt it away, and the Golden Lions, you've heard of a walk-off home run in baseball? Well, they need a walk-off touchdown in football. This is going to be the final play. So they put 10 seconds back on the clock, but more than likely this is going to be the final play. This could be a walk-off victory if he can return this punt for a touchdown. That's not too much to ask for, is it? With 10 seconds, you better get there in a hurry. About a block and then a scoop and score. These are just drastic opportunities I'm speaking of. They get the punt off. Mitchell is going to have to call a fair catch at the 18-yard line with 2 seconds remaining. They'll have 1 play left. Music City Miracle, what else you got in the bag? We already used the halfback pass. Maybe the old Stanford band play, Stanford Cal. Can you see the bands out on the field here? Battle of the bands, and UAPB winning it while CJ Branch runs over a tuba player. We'll take whatever we can get, but with all kidding aside, this is a potential very, very heartbreaking loss. But a lot of positives to take out of this game as well, but it's a lot of what could have beens also. Final play of the game coming up here. Anderson going to throw it short at the 21. Isaiah Ferguson at the 30, pitches it back. And still on his feet. A lateral at the 40, 45, and then taken out of bounds, Eckwood. But a great effort up to the 45. They gained, I don't know, about 35 yards. Could be a forward lateral there, I believe. But I like the effort. Legal forward pass, so it wouldn't have counted. And that's going to be the ball game. So that's going to do it, Carl. And a bitter loss. Yeah, your thoughts on this 40-39 loss to Alabama State?
I wouldn't be surprised if the swing championship game. Coach Cole, there's a lot of positive things to take out of the football game and build on for the rest of the season. So you got to put this game ahead and look for
Well, as we wrap things up here, next Saturday night, UAPB right back here in Golden Lion Stadium. UAPB at 6 p.m. next Saturday will take on Alcorn State. A lot of season left, a lot of positives, but you would definitely have to say the X factor was special teams. Winzig kicks a couple of big field goals. UAPB misses 2 extra points, and then they miss a 2-point conversion. And then a bad snap on a punt in which Strickland decided to run with it instead of punt it. What could have been? The Golden Lions were down 21-0 after the first quarter. Showed a lot of resiliency, a lot of fight, a lot of heart, a lot of Golden Lion pride, but it wasn't enough. At the end, the special teams blunders were just too much to overcome. Final score 40-39. Alabama State steals one, if you will, at UAPB, and the Golden Lions will continue to work to get better and come back prepared for their game against Alcorn State next Saturday night. For Finley Hill, back in the KUAP studio, for Carl Wimper, I'm Tim Stubbs. Thanks for joining us this evening. Again, our final score, Alabama State wins a SWAC thriller over UAPB by a score of 40-39. We say so long and good night from Golden Lion Stadium.